Why hello there, my fellow astronaut robots. Rodamont here. Thank you for tuning in to Blossom, the Seed of Life. Episode 3, Obtaining the Seed of Life. The metal refinery when idle doesn't draw power. Even though it says it does, I don't think it actually does. $1.5 being added to the grid. 1.5 being added to the grid. Yes. So this is the power drain when running, not the power drain current. All right. Sweet. So the next thing we want to make is the wagon. Tier 2. And for that, we need an aluminum ingot. So let me empty out my inventory, because it got kind of full. And mine up some aluminum. So the aluminum ingot is 2 pieces of aluminum stuck into the refinery. And I'll probably want more than 1 wagon. Tier 2s. In fact, I'll probably want 4. But for right now, I'll settle for just 2, and then I'll scale from there. Oops, I kind of shoved my car. No matter, it will self-right. If you ever get jammed up in the terrain like that, it will autocorrect. It'll engage recovery protocols, as the game says, and like fix itself. There we go. Got our ingot. And now we can make a wagon as soon as I get a little bit more power. We still, of course, have like a power bottleneck here, but, you know, whatever. Correcting one thing at a time. All right. Next up, let's go ahead and get rid of this old setup that we got. And what I'm going to do is... Oh, I still only have mining laser 1. Okay, let's put the mining laser 1 on top of the Rover now. And then connect the... And then on top of this wagon, I want batteries so that I have extended range. So I'm going to want to make 2 battery modules to put on top of the Rover. And they both cost a power cell each, which is copper and sulfur. So we want to get 2 copper, 2 sulfur. I might have, yeah, I have the copper already. So we just need to get the sulfur. And this will allow me to have much greater range, because then I'll be storing more power than just what's in my backpack. That way, the Rover isn't draining me to death, which is, you know, kind of a problem. All right. Now, Rover, go charge up. So now the power that we generate will charge these batteries, and then the rover will prioritize using up its internal power storage before it starts draining me to death, which is great. So let's next explore the radio tower. We'll start actually back to the all-alone priorities, but checking in on our milestone, the next one is being able to make a printer and a crafting station, and then a fuel generator tier 3, and then better solar, printer module, crafting module, beacon, solar panel tier 3, and then ultimately a rover tier 2. Alright, there we go. And if you're wondering, the rover's power is now at 120. That is a combination of both my power and the rover's internal batteries. It's both. So there's a lot of little doodads all around the map. And as I said, they're mostly like story-based stuff, but not all of them. And here is a large rock foundation of iron. As you can see, you would not want to use internal batteries for that, because that would be a lot of power. You'd be hurting. All right. This is the temperature station computer. So I've explored the temperature station, space station, and it wants me to build a station launch panel, install the station coordinates, and insert a uranium fuel rod, and then activate the launcher. So let's go figure out what that is and what it means. And yes, you're eventually able to put solar panels and stuff like that on your own car. They don't work super great, but they're better than nothing. The other advantage of the rover is it will charge up my batteries, so anytime I hop in the driver's seat, if there's power available, it will fill me up automatically. So the station launch panel, that's what we're making next. So here is the temperature station launch panel. And it needs silver, glass, aluminum, and then the other side things that we could do in the meantime is the overlay module tier 3. Well, I really don't need that yet for a water overlay. Yeah, let's not bother. So back to this. So we haven't fully filled up this internal battery yet, but yeah, good enough. So we know north-northeast was where the silver was at. So we'll need 2 silver and 2 aluminum and 1 silica and 1 regolith. Mercy here! Thank you for the resub. I'm glad you like the streams. Alright, got the aluminum for the ingot. Got the silica. Got the regolith, because you can pick up stuff while you're like driving on it. Now, you can't always pick up stuff when you're driving on it. Like a big silver node like this, I'd have to completely mine out, because otherwise the node itself like blocks the car. But it like mostly works. So now I have all the materials I need for the temperature station launch panel. Let's bring this stuff back and get a launch panel going. Also, pick up the coordinates that I left on the ground. They might be necessary, given we can't launch anything if we don't know where we're going. Okay, charging up the rover again. Let's go make silver wire and glass. And then here's our aluminum ingot. And I'll just start making the next ingot. And now we can make a launch panel. And the launch panel gets installed inside your landing pod in one of these 4 corner positions. I'll just put it arbitrarily here. And I just inserted the coordinates. So now it wants me to insert a uranium fuel rod to be able to launch this thing. So if we take a look, well, I probably need to mine uranium for that, I suspect. So let's go do that. So we saw uranium up to the north, near where that radio tower was. We'll go grab it. Now my current mining laser can't get that 2-size chunk. I'm stuck at 1-size chunks. We would need a better mining laser for the other one. So I have 4 uranium now. It's funny to think that, like, radioactivity messes with electronics. Maybe not just as badly as it would, like, if I was organic, but, like, it's not great. Whatever, I digress. So we need to make a uranium fuel rod. And it costs 4 uranium. I might have known that ahead of time. Bada bing, bada boom. Now, a quick question for you guys. Should I launch and continue, or what to do next? Launch and do story, build drill T3, improve rover wagon. So that, you know, I kind of see I could continue the story, or there's other improvements to be made, right? Because the tier 3 drill is obviously going to be more powerful than the tier 2s. Right? This does 3 a second. These do 0.15 a second. It's a whole order of magnitude better, obviously. Also, I could add more wagons to the rover for scanning, storage, you know. So the things that I have right now is scanners, storage, and if we take a look at the blueprints here, down in the blueprints eventually, I can even print and craft from anything that says module is installed in a wagon or a rover. So eventually I'll be able to, like, install solar panels onto the rover, or crafting and printing on the rover, so on and so forth. It also kind of looks like my regolith rods are running low on these power generators. So while you vote for what I do next, I'm gonna go get myself some regolith, because, like, Oh, let's put this rod away first, so I have a full inventory. Here, Regolith, where are you? Alright. Oops. And it looks like you guys want better Rover wagons. Got it. I'll work on that next. So I probably will need silver, because this is glass, aluminum. So let's make, let's fill up the wagon train, shall we? Whoa. Apparently I'm Tokyo drifting right now. Sweet. So that means is I'm going to need 3 ingots and 3 wires or 6 silver. So right now I will get the silver. And then we'll get the ingots. You get full refunds for deconstructing. So if you're wondering, the tier 2 wagons are the best ones you'll come by, which is why I'm like happily investing in them so that I can do it once and then be done with it. You might want more than 4, however. You can only have 4 attached at a time, but you might want them interchangeable. So you might want like 1 wagon that specializes in hauling water and 1 wagon that specializes in storage. Right? So you might want more than 4 wagons, but 4 wagons all that you can have attached at max. So at least for right now, I'm going to work on the 4 wagons. So wire. There are no backpack improvements, Virtuals. That's not on the poll for that reason and others. Okay. So we got our wires. I can already make 1 more wagon. Done. And obviously, the added wagons don't have anything on them at the moment. Eventually, we can add stuff to them. Okay. Making more wagons. We're going to want 4 more aluminum. And then our wagon train will be done. Now, one reasonable thing to add to the wagons in the back would be maybe a scanner and storage module. So, in working what you voted on, that will be what I do as well. So it's not just like empty wagons. Ooh. And let's get some regolith while I'm here too. Always be fueling. Now, if you're wondering why I didn't include, like, making solar panels, it's mostly because, like, we have really crappy solar panels and really crappy batteries. So they're just not yet an efficient way to power up the base. Renewable resources will eventually become my preferred method to power up the base, but, like, they're just not worth it right now. All right, perfect. Wagons. Here we go. We got our train. And the game will inform you if you try to attach a fifth, it won't work. Just, you can take my word for it. So the other things I wanted for this wagon train is the storage module tier 2, which is an aluminum alloy, and the scanner module, which is glass and a copper wire. And we already have the glass and the copper wire because I had a scanner module and I broke it off. So let's put the scanner module back on. And I'm actually going to reorder the train a little bit. I'm going to put the scanner module as the second module attached. And then the battery module I'm going to put in back. I don't actually functionally need to interact with the battery module, so it doesn't need to be close to the front of the train. So it makes sense for it to be the caboose, because, like, it's a set and forget type of thing to do. How much power does the solar panels create? So the solar panels will generate 2 units of power while the sun's up. The current ones generate 1.5. And then the power generator tier 3 that I am... the fuel generator tier 3s, I'm not, like, that far away from. Will obviously generate considerable more than that. Okay, so we have the scanner module, and then we just need the storage module. So let's go get the storage module. Where's aluminum? This way. And after this, I'm going to work on getting a tier 3 drill, because that was the runner-up in the poll that I ran. At least 1 tier 3 drill. Ideally, like, probably 2, but the amount of power required for that is a lot. It'll be worth it, but a lot. Terraforming train! I really like the aesthetics of it. A lot. It's fun. Alright, let's get the alloy. And then the storage module itself can hold up to like 6 items. So when I'm trying to haul a lot more than what fits in my backpack, there we got it. Our next thing I wanted to do is to make bigger drill. So that is gold wire and a pressure core. 3 pressure cores. So at the moment I have 4 pressure cores invested in the 2 drills I've got running. And one tier 3 drill is going to be 10 times more efficient than 2 tier 2 drills, and the same power efficiency. All we need to do for that is to find gold wire. Now, I haven't found gold yet, and the reason I mention that is you can't scan for resource you haven't found, so we need to just go around looking for gold. Be a bit of a gold digger. And don't fall for the fool's gold, which is sulfur. Because sulfur is also goldy shiny. We may run into a problem of our current mining drills being incapable of mining gold. We'll see. Because we know that there might be a technological bottleneck or wall for you can't yet exploit this resource. I haven't found any, like, green colored metals yet, so let's go investigate. Although, of course, that won't be gold. But we might as well mark down all the resources we can. Oh, and over there kind of looks like gold. So this is chromium. And as you can see, I can't mine it yet because I don't have a medium laser. This is titanium. Again, don't have a medium-sized mining laser. And this is gold. Don't have a medium-sized mining laser. Now, there are other resources that I've not yet exploited that would probably be worth exploiting, so I'll do that in lieu of the tier 3. But here's even more gold. So we know that there's, like, gold to the south, at the very least. And actually, while I'm here, let's circle over to this wreck. The game doesn't remind me of, like, well, never mind. Just this wreck reminds me a little bit of Subnautica, but, like, the game really doesn't. Doesn't play like Subnautica either, of course. So, the rusted exhaust engine here can be mined for steel. Now that thing is a big hunk of steel. Maybe we can find a smaller piece, which could be mined off for steel, because there was an upgrade that I had for my own unit. And here we go. A bent propeller for steel. So, I couldn't get the gold, but I can steal steel. At least if it's a small enough chunk. So I need micro chunks. And all the other chunks in this wreck are, I think... Oh, that bent propeller should be small enough. Because there was a upgrade that required 2 steel. So now we have it. So we know where titanium is, and where some gold is, and once we have a better mining laser for the rover, we'll be able to get that. So that's another thing that we could potentially look at in the tech tree, like when we unlock it. That will obviously open up a lot of doors for us. And the other good news is now that we've mined steel, we can scan for it too. But wrecks are pretty easy to identify. They don't look like ores, so they stand out a lot. All right, overlay module added. So all the backpack modules that we have access to have been added now. And all that does is it's a water overlay, which does absolutely nothing for me right now because we're not working with water. Taking a look at how close we are to goalpost for, new blueprints. Stage 7 is at 2,500. That is a printer and crafting station. And then stage 8 is at 5,000. So I think it's probably in our best interest to launch the station now. Because there's not a lot of, like, other than adding a lot more tier 2 drills and scaling up with the more tier 2 tech, there's not a lot that we could do at the moment. So let's go ahead and do that. Activate launch. So I'm going to grab the fuel rod, insert it into the temperature station launch panel, and hit go. Bye, planet. And no, this isn't credit screen. Okay, we are up on a station. We've got our dead brethren here. And there will be a lot of data recovery terminals. And I'm not going to be reading these right now because, like, I don't have the luxury of, like, not dying if I, like, run out of power. Standing around doing nothing. Some of the batteries here will charge you back up, but, like, not all of them. So there's a little bit of power on this station, but, like, this station's pretty dead. So we're running around, checking out this station. We have got Rubeck. Hi, Rubeck. I missed you. And there's a way to reread the memory fragments, so don't worry. Passing them over like this is not a big deal. You can revisit them. Here's a space analyzer. Sounds pretty cool. I can plug it in my own butt, but I want to keep my power. So the station control panel requires a station master key. And here's an override panel. So I plug it in. And I can't override without the master key. Got it. We got some things called heat cores. A heater blueprint. And the seed of life. This station's feeling a little unwelcoming, guys. Alright, charging up the batteries off of you. Let's keep getting the data recovery terminals to be reviewed later. The jukebox. How about you don't play Cylons Go Murdering Humans music or something, whatever this is, I don't know. It's freaking me out. Alright. let's get... Oh, did I get this? Yeah, I did get that one. All right, let's get out of here. Come on, Rubek. Come on, Rubek. Eh, whatever. You'll be down on the surface. Come here, you Rube. All right, we're back. Surface side. I'm gonna plug the pod back in. So now it has internal power. And rewire it, because it got unwired when it moved. And then plug in my car. And it wants us to heat the planet to create liquid water. Oh, this thing got unplugged because it was originally plugged into the pod. So I need hi Rubek. Here, you stay here. I need another composite metal. And then also I'm gonna put the seed of life, which sounds kind of important, in the pod here, the escape pod. Because I don't want to, like, carry that around with me. It's just not wise. Oh, we don't have any? I thought I plugged this back in. Oh, that ran out of power. I see, I see. That's why we have no power. Yoink! Plop. Now we have power. Temporary fix, obviously. And then this thing is going to be powered off my body. And I'm going to put the power extender here as well. There we go. Now everything's plugged in better. Cool. Before we run out of fuel rods, let's go fix that. Because our fuel generator just hit 0 again. So yeah, we're gonna need to mine up some regolith as a temporary fix, for our low power needs, and then we'll do the heater stuff. And keep in mind, of course, the heaters will add even more strain on our already fairly strained power grid, so we're going to need to add more power as well. Alright, let's try to get one more regolith. All right. One for you. One for you. One for you. So now we're actually generating power again. Thank you for tuning in to Blossom, the Seed of Life. which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhodamont.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhodamont.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow terraformers.